All right, getting my glove on so we can get started. So I'm first going to tell you what I've done, which isn't much. Basically, I have just taken like a builder in a bottle and put that on top of my nails just to protect these nails, because I'm going to do we're going to do a nails on the go look. Sometimes this method is like the gel X nails. I think some people call them pop-offs, although technically they're not really pop-offs. So let me just kind of tell you what I'm going to do to get started. So like I said, I just put on one layer of builder gel on my short nails here. And then the other thing that I have done, hey Tammy, how are you? I think it's just us in here. We've kind of got the whole room to ourselves. I'm doing some quick nails, but it'll be a really cute design, so I think it'd be a lot of fun. And I think I'll wait until, I'm gonna give it a minute. I'm already like hopping into everything. I always feel like I'm on the go when I do this method. You're doing great, good, good. Yeah, me too. I've been busy and I've got like a couple days of like really busy days, so I figured I'm just gonna do like the little pop-on method. I call it a pop-on method. It's really not. They'll stay for like weeks if you want them to. But in my case, I usually pop them on and pop them off. So I started just on my nails, just like with a really natural little builder in a bottle, just one layer. And that's just kind of to protect my nails. Plus, whenever I go to take these off, I don't ever pop them off. I just use my e-file to file down. And I know when I get to this layer that I need to stop because I don't want to actually touch my nail. You've been busy too? I know. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. I'm just hoping though to get through like the next couple days and I'll be good. Then I can have like a day of rest. I've got these nails that I picked up from Amazon. To me, the most important thing about if you're going to use a full well tip with some structure to it, I like to I don't really go for a particular brand. I go more so for the look. And these nails that I got on Amazon, they're just the right length. They've got a really flat kind of, or a flatter profile, I should say. And so they don't have like a huge C curve, but they've got one in there. And they're durable. Plus, though, I always put a builder gel on top, so you know that it just needs a little bit of support. But it's got a real good shape. Just very natural looking. So there's a lot you could do with this if you wanted to, which I like. Now I can't remember which one I grabbed this from. I think I grabbed it from there. We'll just guess. Okay, so I've already picked out, I've sized my nails and I've sized them just right. So I'm not like oversizing them or anything. Hello, Williams. Or Willens. Sorry, Willens. I wondered if I didn't read that wrong. Okay, so I went ahead and scratched up the backs of most of the surfaces with my e-file, but I want to show you a couple different ways. I'm going to show you that method, but then I'm also going to show you another method that I actually like more. And to me, it's well worth a little purchase. Let me find the product so I can show you. It's right in here. It's not that one. It's this one. Yeah, here it is. No, that's not it. It's one of these. Hang on a second here. Here it is. Found it. Okay, I'll show you this way first. So, in the very beginning when I started doing Gel X, they're not my favorite nails to do, but from time to time, if I need a quick nail just to like get me through a week or so, I'll go to this method. This is the Gel X Prep, and it will actually scrape up, you put it on like polish, and it will just naturally do its thing to the underside of the nail. I like doing this method because it's super, super, super fast. And it doesn't, it saves you a lot of time, because then you also don't have to, like clean your well and stuff on like you do on the other ones. But this one, you're just going to, just kind of like you're cleaning, like you're scrubbing. And it's naturally just going to kind of take away that top surface, and it makes it where you don't have to file it. So that method is my absolute favorite method, and it works every time. I have never had a problem with it. Hi, Natalia. But if you don't have that product, which I love it, so I recommend it, but if you don't have it, then you can just take your full well and your e-file and your little sanding band, and I just go on a number at a 4,000 speed on my e-file, and I just scuff up this surface under here. I rarely ever do these kind of nails just because I like to build them. I like to kind of do the hard way. I just find it more fun. But this is a great method, like I said, if you just need a quick nail and you don't have a lot of time to fiddle fuss around. So then I'm gonna take because we've scuffed up that undersurface, I need to clean it really well because we don't want any of those dusties in our gel. So I'm going to take my little cleaner and just dust these out and clean them real well. And I'll do that on each of these, the ones that I went ahead and buffed. I'll just kind of set them up over here. But see, if you do the other method, it just completely takes this away. I like using the Apres Extend Gel when I do this method too. I like the Apres gel for that. However, sometimes, and not always, but sometimes I'll have a little bit of a reaction to that Apres Extend Gel. So I don't choose that method for myself. And there's a couple clients I have that also have sensitive skin, and I probably wouldn't choose that method for them either. I don't have a lot of clients that do Gel X style, although I have done it a couple of times, like when I had a couple of friends that went on vacation, things like that. Instead of doing our regular sets, we did Apres to kind of try it out. And it held up great for her vacation. I think her daughter had a problem, but she was a little bit more rough on the nails, so that kind of made a little bit of sense. Okay, next step on myself. Now, if you apply your builder in a bottle, you should have a tacky layer. I applied my builder in a bottle yesterday, so I took the tacky layer off, and I didn't put a top coat on or anything. I just kind of went with it. So what I'm gonna do today is just do another quick swipe over. I don't have to buff my nails or anything because I did that yesterday before I applied my builder in a bottle. But I also do want to go in with my protein bond. And I want to just quickly apply my protein bond just to set me up for a good sturdy hold in case I decide to go past the 2 days before doing my nails, which I shouldn't, but if you wanted to, this would work for you. I haven't done a lot to my cuticles, but I don't like to overdo my cuticles anyway, so. All right. So easy enough so far, right? Pretty simple. I'm gonna go in with Young Nails, the Young Nails Tip and Jewel adhesive gel. It's a little difficult to work with in the beginning, especially because it's a very different texture. If you guys have played with it, you know what I mean. But it's very, very clear. And I'm just gonna grab a little scoop, just a little orange wood stick, and I'll show you kind of how I do. I'm gonna start with my pinky. Let me zoom in here just a little bit. There we go. And I'll scoop us a little bit up here. See if I can get it without creating a complete mess. Okay. I'm just going to kind of apply this to the back. Maybe the tiniest bit more. And like I said, I don't do this method a whole lot, so I am not the best at it, but I can get it on my nails and it lasts, so I feel like that's the most important part when doing this method. Might not be the prettiest process, but it will work. Hey, Mia. Jack and Chris, hello. Okay, then I'm going to take it and kind of go in at like a 45-degree angle. So from the side, it's gonna kind of look like that. Gonna go in and just lay it down and then slide it back where I want it. Now this nail in particular is a little bit too big for my nails. This is just the smallest that came in this pack. I'm gonna look from the side, it looks good to me. Clean it up where you need to. The good thing about this gel is you can let go of it and you can tinker with it if you need to, okay? Don't worry if you get any gel on the top surface because we're gonna buff that anyway before we do our nail art. So I really just wanna make sure it looks good. If you've got any gel squeezing out, you can get it before you cure it. Really easy, okay? I'm gonna go in the lamp just for like a quick 20 seconds, and that'll hold that gel on there, and then I can continue on. And I can probably do 15 seconds. We'll check it after 15 and see how I'm doing. Now, if you have a lot of overflow, which I don't have a lot of overflow, I do have a little bit. I can get it though with my e-file. But before you cure it all the way, you can also kind of come in here and squish it if you need to. Just flatten it out to where it's not bothering your skin. Okay, because it's not going anywhere. It's on there. And it's covering my nail completely, okay? My nail, of course, is extremely teeny tiny, but you get the drift. Hi, Odds. Okay, I'm gonna get my next little dollop. See how fast you just move on? Just move on to the next. Okay, I'm gonna kick this off. And then you can use your brush as well. I just kind of prefer to use my orange wood stick since it's such a harder gel. Okay, I can scoot this up some. I probably don't need quite that much, but all right, there we go. You can just kind of set that there. And again, I'm gonna go in at like a 45-degree angle. And I just put it almost to the back. Kind of slide it back and start pushing it down. And like I said, you can let go and kind of get it, tweak it if you need to. I'm just gonna kind of slightly press this back in there. That looks good, it's covering my whole nail. Now I could possibly, let me see if I can. I'm a little worried about going in here at this point, but let's try it. Could make a bit of a mess. Okay, I'm gonna recommend waiting till you nuke it that first time before you try to thin out that underneath. Cause see, look at the mess it made. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and nuke it. So I'm gonna nuke it for 5 seconds. Okay, now I should be able to kind of press some of this down a little bit. I'm still gonna have a little bit of my messiness. Okay, but it's not like a big clump, so I can just easily get it with the e-file. Easy peasy. Hey, Jandy, what you doing? Cleaning up. You wanna join us? Okay, Jandy's gonna join us. She's gonna watch too. And you see how there's like this little, you can kind of see well, you can just barely see the little edge here by the cuticle. We're just gonna use our e-file to slim that down. Look, it looks very, very natural. The best part is it's fast and easy. Which, like I said, I love building my nails, but this is also a great method to use kind of in an emergency, or if like there's a nail look I want to do on Saturday for our live with MJ, over at Nail Culture, right? And so I'm kind of saving my set for then, but this will kind of get me through till then. Just cover that nicely and then kind of take it away from the edge. Okay, let me flip this over and just gonna slide it back and down. And it's crooked. So let me fix it. Okay, that looks good to me. It's covering my nail. Not too much under that I need to straighten out, but I will. Let me just go in here for a couple seconds. Okay, I can come right back out. And let's smooth this down. Have you guys tried this method yourself? Like, it's kind of like the Gel X method. I know some people call it pop-off methods, but it's not really pop-off. Now you could make it a pop-off just by doing like regular glue. But this process though is more the Gel X style. I do like using the Young Nails gel better than the Acrylic. If you've kind of wondered the difference and wondered what that was like and what you might like, that's kind of my opinion, and it has nothing to do with anything other than just how the products work on me, okay? That's just my preference. Like I said, sometimes I'll have a problem with the, let me see. Found out you're in town again for. Oh, I know, Tammy, that sucks. I'm so sorry, because it's so much fun. I was actually supposed to be doing nails Saturday morning, but I changed it to Saturday afternoon. I don't know what you're doing this while you're away on vacation, but if you can, you know, sneak away and call and just come in for a little bit of the live, if you can, that might be good, just to kind of say hi. Okay, that looks good to me, so I'm gonna hop in here. I'm gonna straighten this out as much as I can. I can't stand it if there's too much stuff under here that bothers me, so. But like I said, I'm gonna be getting my e-file too. You can use this method though, if you didn't notice. See how it looks like cracked glass? You can do that for cracked glass too. So this, not only is it a great gem and tip adhesive, it makes for really good art projects, right? Which is always a bonus. I couldn't figure out that thing, Jandy. You're gonna have to help me figure that out. I got this device that sticks on your phone recorder, like your lenses, and it's supposed to work like where it'll make things bigger and more clear and nice, you know, for you guys. However, I can't get it to work. I can't see nothing out of it. I'm probably putting on the lens wrong. It's probably what I'm doing. Maybe Jandy can figure it out if she tinkers with it enough. Yeah, I'm gonna put the color of the nail, I'm gonna put on top of this nail. So I'm gonna do all my nail art on top of it for today. They're gonna be really pretty nails though. I picked a fun design. It's a fun design that is kind of really popular that I'm seeing right now for back to school. And I may just kind of change it up just a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little bit of that off. Flip this around, this is my thumb. So let's 45-degree angle and slide it back and down. Okay. All right, it's on there good, so I'm gonna zap it. And you can see I'm not going in the light for very long. They stay on really, really well. Now at the end, which this is my last time with this hand, So I am gonna go ahead and cure it for a full 30 seconds. So that shouldn't take long either. These are really fast. We're gonna use this here in a minute. We're gonna build some flowers with it. But for now, I'll put it over here. Okay. All right. So next step, I'm gonna go ahead and buff the top surface. So that way we can start our nail art. So I'm just gonna go in again with my little mini Sandy Man, which I love. Oh, there's builder in the bottle. So on top of my nails, before I do anything, I always put a layer of builder in a bottle gel, just so that way, whenever I go to remove these, I know I can remove these down to that layer. And then once I get to that layer, I stop, because then I won't be touching my natural nail again. Does that make sense? Hopefully that kind of makes sense. I use it as a way to protect my nail, because otherwise, you know, I run the risk of going down too low, and then I'll just kind of go nuts on top of my natural nail trying to make it perfect. I need a new bit. Let me get me a new one. All right. I like the shape of these nails a lot. They were really, really inexpensive. I mean, I don't even know what the brand is because it doesn't say anywhere. But if I find where I purchased them on my YouTube, on my Amazon, I'll tell you guys. I'll put it in the description. Okay, then I'm just gonna thin this out. And I'm just gonna go over the surface and buff it just real gently. Because I want my nail art to stick, and I don't want to like completely mess up the nice shape that these nails give me. Because they do give me a really nice archway that I wouldn't normally have. This is also a really good way, I find, that is, if you're wanting to learn like how to build your own nails, and you're having a problem with shaping, which I was, and I still do struggle with my shaping. It's just kind of an ongoing learning process. But one thing that you can do is find some tips that you like and really like study that. You know, once you have it on, study where's the arch in that nail, what does it look like, you know, how much does it come in on the sides, if that's the part of it that you like, just kind of what is it that you like about it. That's kind of what I did. My favorite nails, which are not these, but my favorite ones I need to reorder. They're from Nail Career Education, and it's her almond shaped. They're gorgeous, really, really pretty. And they kind of like go slant down just a little bit more at the tip. It's really, really pretty. But I need to order more, so I'm not using those today. I figured I'll just use my little cheapies. What'd you say? Oh, Jandy's reading directions for my little magnifying glass. And don't worry if you shave it down and you still have like the tiniest bit of a line down here by your cuticle, because like I said, we're gonna put a gel on top, so it'll cover that up. You just kind of want it to be pretty smooth, okay? Yeah, it helped me so much because I kept watching different people and I loved their nails too. But you know how when you watch on TV, they're not true to size in most cases. We're usually zoomed in or something. And it's hard to get an idea for exactly what that shape looks and feels like. So then I went, believe me, I went through so many tips I can't even tell you. I ordered a whole bunch of them because I kept thinking, oh, I really like this one. But like I said, I have come down to, I like these, and I really like Susie's from Nail Career Education. Her my favorite. But yeah, something about whenever you have them in your hand and you're actually feeling them and seeing, you know, what it looks like, it just makes a big difference. Now here I went with that glue gel. I went a little over, so I just want to be sure and get that. Here we go, because I don't want it sticking out. But yeah, I went through time. I still have them. I mean, I use them like whenever I practice for, like if I'm practicing nail looks or if I'm, I don't really make too many tip on, like press-ons. I make some sometimes for my niece, but it's kind of rare. I'd rather do her nails. Which she just got her license the other day. I was so excited. Now she'll be able to come visit me, hopefully. Maybe she can come stay the night and do her nails. Got a little bit of that gel on top of here, but it'll kick right off. There we go. Okay.
Olivia said hello, Sugar.
Hey, Olivia and Sugar, how are you? I hope you're having a good day. It's almost Friday. We just gotta hang in there a little bit longer. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna grab my buffer. And I'm just gonna kind of, well, it's my buffer and my file. I'm gonna grab the medium file because these aren't too thick. And I'm just gonna kind of run this along the side. If you need to shape it up better for yourself, this would be when you wanna do it.
What nails are we doing today?
I'm doing on the go nails, so I'm gonna get this underhang area. I'm just kind of doing on the fly, like Gel X style-ish nails. I'm not a huge fan of Gel X. I don't know what it is. They just don't fit my nails quite right. It's just the fit. That's all it is with that. But like I said, I do love their little, what's it called? That scrapes up your nail, that scrapes up your tip to wear these. You definitely want to, if it's stuck somewhere on your skin, kind of pull it away so that way it's not uncomfortable. Okay, guys? And there's a little bit of glue again right there on the side. Let me get that. Okay. And I'm gonna keep this shape because I like it. I almost always do almond because I think it's the prettiest on a lot of hands. Okay, this one has that little bit of glue and I know it's a little harder.
Roger said hi.
Hey, Roger. There we go.
Sugar said it's a beautiful shape on you.
Thank you. Yeah, I've worn all the shapes. I really liked the coffin. But since getting older, and then there's just something really pretty about the almond shape, especially I think this kind of almond where it's a little bit more pointy. It's really pretty. Okay, and again, it's got a little bit of that gel, so I'm gonna go in with my harder file. This file is I think it's my, let me see actually. I think it's 150, yeah, 150. And if for any reason, if you accidentally kick that tip off, you know, don't sweat it. Because you can always reapply it. This little bit of glue.
Sugar is driving to the store, but still
Oh,
here.
okay, good. You going for groceries for the week or just a quick run? I always try to get my store run out of the way early. I'm gonna go in with my little nippers and nip this off because I don't want to keep filing it. It's just barely hanging on there. Just barely. Okay, got it. All right, our last one. This one's got that little knob on the end of it. The kitties are making noise.
Fixing to get.
Popeye's about to be crazy. Okay.
Sugar's gotta get Papa hamburger. Forgot it.
Well, at least that's a kind of a quick run, right? Okay. I'm gonna clean these up. Easy peasy. I'm just gonna use my swipe. All right, let's get this. I'm gonna go ahead and get the underside as well. Just a quick little swipe, just in case it has any kind of filings on it. Now they feel pretty flimsy right now because they're not real strong to start out with. That's kind of my main reason why I don't like any kind of pop-offs. But we're gonna put some builder gel on top of it, and that's gonna bring that strength back. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Let me get my builder gel. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna use my Milky. It's my Milky White by Madam Glam. Okay, I'm gonna set this right here. What's the matter, Jandy? Let me get the right brush. Okay, I've got my little brush. Let me get my little palette because we're gonna need that. I just use coasters mainly for my palette.
Oh, maybe she meant pop and a hamburger.
Soda pop.
I thought she meant her dad.
What do you usually call it, Jandy?
Coke.
She calls it Coke. I think I call it soda for the most part. What do you guys call it? Soda, pop, fountain drink. And I'm going in right now with my protein bond again. Just gonna give each of these a quick swipe. Just a little.
Cola, soda.
Cola, yeah. I've never called it cola. Not funny.
Nicola.
Oh, you're talking about her name. Yeah, Nicola, yeah.
Soda.
Soda, yeah, you're like me, soda.
Lori says soda.
Okay, for this, now normally you would use this builder in a pot just like you would any kind of builder. You know, you'd build it and kind of go back and forth and build up that apex, but I don't need to do that because it's already in here. So I'm pretty much just painting this on. So it's really easy. Now I am kind of pressing down when I paint it because I don't need it to be thick. Now I might, let me see, because I know I'm gonna probably need a darker off-white. Let me see if I do a couple of coats. I may actually have to do, let me put this on, and then what we'll do is I'll grab kind of another milky white thin polish and we'll polish over it. Because I want the strength and the durability that this gel is gonna give me, because it's gonna give me a little bit more than just like a polish. And I can go ahead, since I'm just doing a real thin layer, and I can just kind of go through each of these. The whole point, I feel like, of these nails is to make it easy. So that's kind of the whole process of it. You know what I mean? Make it easy. Fast and easy. This also gives you the chance to kind of, you know, get back there by that cuticle area that you might have that little bitty hump if you need to cover that up. But if I just keep it really thin, it's gonna give me the strength I need. It's not evidently gonna give me the coverage on this set, but we'll get that in the next one. Because I do want to start with a really milky base for the look I'm going for. You know, I got out like earlier today just to run an errand, and that heat really got me. Y'all ever have that? Like, it like zapped me of whatever energy I had before I got out. It was like, oh my Lord. I'll be glad when the cooler weather really gets here. It's a little bit cooler here in Dallas, Texas, but it could stand to be cooler still. What a poppin' hamburger. Poppin' hamburger. We've got a little hamburger joint here that Jandy and I go to sometimes that is so good. It's like real old fashioned. They make their own root beer. Hole in the wall. Love their onion rings. So good. We don't go there too often. It's a little further out than where we are, just like a quick burger grab. Although we have several like really good quick burger grab hole in the walls around here too. Not my favorite, and they don't make their own root beer, but root beer's my favorite though. Okay, I'm gonna go in the zapper here. We're done with that one. I'm just gonna go for 30 seconds. That'll be just perfect because it's so thin, but it's still gonna give me the strength. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna grab my white. It's kind of a milky white, but it's got a little bit more of a tint to it. So I should be able to go really nice and thin with it. Let me find it here. I'll probably have to pull these out. Let me see. Okay, I found it. Here, I'll show you guys. So I usually keep my polishes in like little crates. This one is a kitty food, like little bin. I mean, I have them in my drawers, but this way, if there's like, I keep them in certain colors. Like this is gonna be my whites and my browns and my beiges, and I just kind of keep them in this. And then if I need to really look and see and play with things, I can just pull out the whole thing. So I like doing it that way. And this, I believe, is the color, yeah, Blooming of Iceland. It's one of my favorites. Really, really pretty. I find that keeping them in the little crates and like color coordinated helps a little bit, you know? Especially when you're kind of in a hurry. Okay.
Nicola.
What did she say?
I use the Sunny D boxers.
Sunny D. Yeah, right. Yeah, we've got kitties, so those kitty boxes come in really handy. Let me see if this is gonna be. This might still be too light. I think it is gonna be too light to really cover over that. Let me grab one more. I don't wanna go white because we're gonna be using white. Let me grab.
Sugar said that I think you would love Brett nailed it. Iced out milk shimmer white.
Oh, that does sound pretty. Yeah, this one's still too thin. Hold on. Grab one more. Well, we might be grabbing, I'm saying one more, but you know, one more could mean 5 more possibly. I really thought that builder gel was gonna be enough to cover it, but I can still see through there and I don't like that. And I don't wanna put like a whole bunch of coats on because we're gonna keep this easy. Okay, let me just wipe that off. And let's grab another. Let's try. Okay, I'm looking. How about we do this one? We'll do, it's kind of a creamy rose. It's called Nude Negroni. It's got a nice shimmer to it too. Let's keep our fingers crossed that this is going to be thick enough. Okay, I'll zoom in. It's a really pretty color though. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? It's really, really pretty. Okay, let me make sure I've got hair on it because my nails are sticky and I keep touching everything. Oh yeah, this is gonna cover it. And it's still gonna give me that milky effect. Let me get this. I went over to, no I didn't, here we go. I'm gonna pull my skin back so I can get tight in here. Okay. And then just kind of paint this on. Yeah, see it covers it, but it still has like this pearlescent look to it. Now you could go around with your liner brush, but again, I'm trying to keep this really simple and expedient, and I feel like that's pretty good. It's not like atrocious, right? Could I get closer? Maybe if I pulled my skin back, but I feel like that's pretty good. Just get over here just a little bit better. Now, if you wanted to, you can actually do designs in this polish. It's like one of those that you can make the little swirlies. I've got a little hair right in here. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna zap this just real quick. Actually, I see there's like a little bit of something. That's the only thing about these polishes is if there is anything on your nail surface, like a little bitty flake or anything, it's gonna stand out. And you kind of have to go from the back all the way down before you cure it, just to make sure you've got it as straight as can be. And there's this little part at the back here that I'm not digging, so I'm gonna try to do it a little bit thinner. And I'm basically just kind of grabbing some from the back and brushing it down the nail. Okay, I feel good about that. I'm kind of sweeping to one side, but I like that. It's pretty. Let me just make sure I didn't get too close to my cuticle. Oh, I know, he's so loud. You're loud, Popeye. He's playing with himself. Yeah, because nobody will play with him because he's too rough. Okay, I just went for like 20 seconds. That'll be good to get me going. And I'm just gonna kind of lay my hand flat. I don't have a lot of strength in my fingers yet, I should say. I want to start doing some exercises to build up my strength. But I'm just gonna kind of lay it flat. You can set it on a surface if that helps you better. And just try to pull this down. Now, if I would have started this process knowing I was going to use this particular gel, I would have probably buffed these nails on the top surface a little bit better, just because this polish, how it likes to do. But I didn't, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's good enough. If I see anything like here, there's little bubbles, I'm just gonna try to get them out, but like easily try to get them out, you know? I'm not gonna fret. No fretting. No fretting on the to-go nails. Just fast and easy. Okay, I did 10 seconds. Let's do the next one. Am I in the, here we go. Scoot up in here. Better. Popeye's a funny kitty too. He is something like, well, we don't know if either something happened to him when he was a really little baby kitten, or he was just, you know, when he was in the womb, maybe genetically something was just a little different. But he is deaf and he's partially blind. But don't feel bad for him because he gets around really, really nicely. And he is a tough cookie. He's the toughest kitty in the house. He rules the roost. And at nighttime, he sleeps where he wants to sleep. He doesn't care who came before him or whether they have a problem with it. He does not care. It's really amusing because he's really different from the other kitties. Like, he never gets scared of anything. I guess because he can't hear, like, noises don't distract him. You know, he can't see anything really well. So he all right with the way things look too. He likes to sleep on me at night. And he doesn't budge. He's a really good napper. But in a way, it kind of makes it hard for me because he doesn't budge. Like, I mean, he won't like budge for even you to like roll over or move or anything. He's just gonna stay wherever he wants to stay, period. I want to get a little bit closer to my cuticle on this one because I went a little bit further down the nail. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of wipe my brush off and I'm going to bring it sideways and kind of around that nail. Because then I can get in and bring it this way, sideways. I can get in like a little bit tighter with these kind of brushes by doing it that way. Okay, then I'm gonna kind of bring my polish over to one side just to kind of keep the swirl looking that we're going, kind of like this little mermaid swirl. Do you see it? It's really light. Maybe I should come this way with it because I'm not a fan of stripes going that way. Okay, bring it this way. I really don't want to grab my detailer brush. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. Let me go in my nuker. These are still gonna be cute though. I wish I could have made, I guess next to my build, if I wanna use that builder gel, then I can build it a little bit thicker and then I'll have the creamy white. And not have to worry about trying to fake the creamy white. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. I'll probably have to get around this cuticle like I did the last one, possibly. Yeah. Because I'm just gonna kind of turn my brush sideways and roll my finger if I need to. Okay, same thing over here. I'm just gonna turn my brush sideways and just kind of pull it gently. A little hair, there we go. Okay, then I want, again, my little mermaid swishies to come this way. Mermaid swishies. Sometimes I can come up with the strangest expressions. Just how my brain works. It's a default. Okay, let's get this here. Okay, I'm just gonna try to make this just a little smoother. There we go. Okay, looking good. We go inside the nuker. We're about to do the art. The best part. And yeah, I do think the nail art is really fun. And I think it's probably the most fun for most people. I personally like doing the whole process, but do I think most people like watching the whole process? Probably not most. That's why I usually show the whole process and I usually build them out because that's what I like to do. But I do feel like a lot of people don't necessarily do all that. You know, there's a ton of people doing this look, right? Okay, I'm just gonna clean this off because I wanna just do the tiniest bit more shaping before I put on my matte top coat. Because there's like a little bit around here that I just kind of want to clean up a little bit. It's like it wants to kind of hang on there. I want it to come off. There we go. Okay, and a little over here. It seems to be like that gel that I attached it with, just a little bit, kind of wanting to not look real pretty. If my polished hit it. There we go. Just get that a little bit better. I may have to add the littlest bit, right? No, actually, it just buffed right off. Okay, good. I was gonna say I might have to add.
In the bottom
Oh,
part of your screen.
there you go. Dandy's gonna correct me if I'm not in the screen, guys. Just right in here. And if I need to buff it, I'm just gonna buff it. There we go. Okay. Now we'll get rolling.
Prism Prosper said hi.
Hey, Prism Prosper. Okay. Wipe down again. Just to keep it clean. All right, now for the fun part. Okay, the colors I'm gonna be using, I'm gonna use Birthday Bash by Madam Glam. It's this real pretty, I really wouldn't call it a lavender. It's kind of just a light purple, but super pretty. Let me mix it up a little bit better. Sometimes you gotta stir these just a little bit better. Okay, so Birthday Bash, and I don't need much of Birthday Bash, just a little bit. There we go. And then I'm gonna use this orange, which is Orange Poppy. I use this one a lot. I like it though. Okay, Orange Poppy. Maybe a little bit more Orange Poppy. Okay. And I'm gonna use this color, which is Pink Elegance. It's kind of an orangey pink. I remember this color reminds me of the 90s. It kind of looks like a lot of belts and stuff that we had back then. Doesn't it, Janny? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna mix in the tiniest bit of like white, the perfect white, with my purple and my orange, just to kind of tone that down the tiniest bit. I'm gonna use my orange wood stick. Okay, that looks just about like how I want it. Let me get this off my stick. And let's mix these up. See, that little dash of white just kind of takes it down like one little notch. But I like it. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go with my I'm gonna go in with my blooming gel. And I'll start with this nail. I'm gonna put my blooming gel all over. Not a thick layer, but not a thin layer. Okay, let me grab my tiny little brush. My little micro brush, and I'm gonna get a dollop and put it right here. I'm just gonna kind of point my finger down so that way when it runs, it'll kind of run more down. And I'm gonna grab my purple and put a purple little bead right here. And we'll just kind of let that bloom out. I'll just keep my finger kind of pointed down. If you want to go bigger, like that one we just did, you can just gently kind of circle in here and bring it out further. I don't have an airbrush though, so this is kind of my method when I want to do something that looks like it kind of fades outwards. You know what I mean? I know that they've got gels now that will do that on their own, you know? I want to get those gels, but I wouldn't mind having an airbrush, but there's a lot to it, I feel like. Okay, I'm gonna put one more little dot there and one more little dot here. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it down. While that's doing its thing, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to this one. Just keep letting that run. Lift it up for a second, just while I get this on.
And Sebastian, are those acrylics?
Hey, Diane. These are actually press-ons. Well, they're more like Gel X style. You know what I mean? I got them from Amazon, and I've painted them, and then we're just kind of doing nails on the go and some nail art. I thought that would be fun today.
I did my nails today with just gel polish and details, but I know that there's so much more for me to learn.
Oh gosh, yeah, right? I'm gonna pull this out just a little bit. Let it do its thing. Okay, I'm gonna move to my next. Now, if it stops running on you, you can always add like another little drop. If you want it to go faster, you can add a little drop more of your, I think I'm gonna be happy though with it. So I'm just gonna kind of let those keep doing their thing. Kind of tinker with them a little bit. Spread it out here and there.
Prism, they're not the best since I was just doing them for practice, but it's something.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it's so important to always be like even if it's something that, like a process that you don't really like, keep playing with it, because that's how you learn things. Like, I don't do these kind of nails very often, but I do find it's really kind of fun to stay on top of it and watch yourself kind of grow with product and get to know a little bit better. Because that's kind of how I am too with my, like, I'm not a huge fan of acrylic. Let me get this on here. But I still play with it.
And I only did my left hand, LOL.
I feel you there. I'm only doing this hand today on camera, but I've got to do the other one. So I hear you. Okay, I'm gonna grab another little amount of purple. I'm gonna do another little kind of ring around this ring. And it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just the art that we're playing with, so. Okay, I'm gonna grab a little bit of the pink and do a little thin band. Okay, I'm gonna grab some of this orange and do a little band around here. Just kind of a little halo. Do some of the pink around here. And there's no particular, no particular place that I'm putting it. I'm just putting it. If you want it a little more smooth, you can always kind of go in here and tear. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of let that do its thing. Fan out. I'm gonna get my little pinky. Okay, my pinky, I want purple again, because that's a color that I kind of want to be more predominant. My purple. And how about we do, on the tip, I'll kind of do this orange again. Put more, like just the tip. Okay, I'm just gonna let that run. Let it do its thing. Okay, I'm gonna move over to my thumb. I'm gonna kind of back us up just a hair. I like these colors. Pretty. Okay, putting it on my blooming gel. And let's do about the pink and the orange. So I think I'll do kind of pink in the middle. Let that run. And I'll do orange, kind of going around. Uh-oh, I drug a hair in here. There we go. And maybe just like a half circle. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of keep letting it run. How cute. It'll be cute when we're done. Okay, let me wipe off my brush. Okay, grab one more thing. Should be down here. Oh, no, it's in here. Okay. I'm gonna go in with my little dauber, and I'm just gonna kind of not that one, because that will be our last one that we work with. Let's see, I'm just gonna kind of dab in here. I just kind of want that white kind of poking through. I'm gonna go ahead and do all of my pink and orange first. Okay. Just kind of want it to look a little piecey. Oh, this kind of was curing under the light.
Did a gel baby light pink for base, and with kind of a red gel, I did a heart in the middle of all the nails.
Oh, I bet that was pretty. Now, if you took too much away, you can just kind of dot back. Like, I need a little bit more, I feel like. Just a little bit. Okay, I like that one a lot. Let's do this. And this one. Just the tiniest bit. Because I really want to keep that purple in there. I'm going to kind of clear some of this at the end out. There we go. I like that. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I need any more purple. I think I do want some more purple on my thumb. So I'm just going to kind of dip back in and just add a little bit right in here. I just want it to look really piecey and have some different tones in there. I like that. Okay. All right, done. Let's nuke that. Kind of get it set in place.
It happened to me. I was doing the heart on one of my nails, and I took too much off. I panicked, and then I was like, it's fine, I'll fix it.
Yeah. That's the fun thing about gel, is it's an easy fix. You know what I mean? Okay. Here we go. Okay, that's what we got so far. I probably just carried this on here. Hopefully not, but I probably did. It's okay as long as it's not my brush. All right. Okay, I need my matte top coat because I want to protect this. We're going to kind of do some different things over it. And I don't need the matte to go on all my nails, just a couple of them. Let's see, or a few of them. Okay, so I definitely want to do it on my thumb. Because we're gonna put the matte on any nails like that I want to do some chrome on. Uh-oh, somehow I got hair on my nails. Oh no. I got it right on there. Let me see if I can get it off.
Sugar got her stuff. There were so many people out.
Oh gosh, I hate that. Okay, let me see if I can get this.
Got her pop.
There's a little hair. I'm probably too late to get it off, but we're gonna try. I may have to buff it. I think I'm gonna have to buff it just like the tiniest bit. Okay, let's do this. I'm just gonna take the corner of the buffer. There we go, I got it. Okay. All right, so we got it, we got it. Just kind of wipe that off a little bit. And we're gonna do chrome on this guy. So let me put my mat. And we're gonna do chrome on this one. And then the other ones we can just kind of leave. There we go. Okay. In the nuker, I'm just gonna kind of zap it for 15. That should kind of do it for me. And let's see. Put this up while I'm waiting. Okay. Okay, all right, that's what we got so far. I'm gonna get my frosting so we can do our chrome. This is the 3D frosting by Madam Glam. I actually haven't used the frosting before, but we're gonna use it. We're gonna see what it's like. I'm pretty sure it works just like the black and the white 3D, like where you can chrome over it. Oh, it's kind of just clear, I see. I think I do want actually a color, so I'm gonna get my white one, because this one's kind of more of a clear, and that's not so much what I need. Here we go. Here, we'll use our black. That's my green, hold on. All right, got it. Okay, my black. This will be easy for you guys to see. Oh gosh, I'm the rude people. I can't take it either. Lord, it's hard. Okay, let's see. I want to do on this one, I kind of just want to build like a not perfect French. Right, so like it's not even. That's kind of how I want it. And I want it to have just a little bit of some different textures in here. Okay, let me put one more. Okay, I like that. I think that'll be really pretty chromed. Kind of maybe go, I like that. It's very different. Okay. Then on this one, I'm gonna do my little, get some more. I wanna kind of do my blob frame kind of circle. I just kind of want it to be kind of like a roundish frame, or like an oblong kind of frame. And it's even going to have like a couple little spots where it's a little off. Gonna make it off again over here. I'm drifting out of the camera, aren't I? Okay. All right, I like that one. And let's see, I'm not gonna do those on those ones. And this one, I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do a flower on these two. And let's do, on this one over here, how about I come this way with my French? And just don't make it as much as that bigger finger. So we'll kind of go like that, and there we go. Maybe have it come down a little further. Okay, I think that's gonna be pretty. Flowers on these two, okay? All right, so let's go in the nuker so we can get this kind of hardened, and then we can put our chrome on that. So far, pretty easy though, guys, right? I feel like I'm keeping it pretty easy. And I think I'm gonna do my silver chrome, I think. This is the chrome by Young Nails, and I'm gonna use my silver. All of these colors are gorgeous though. They all look really, really pretty. I'm just gonna cure my hand here with under 3430. Okay, there we go. Let me put this up for a second. There we go. Okay. Let me see if this one's, I think this one will be good on the other side here. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of my chrome and let me start to apply it on here. Let's get that rubbed in. Okay, let's do this one. So for a fast nail, kind of like a little fast nail on the go, it's not too bad, huh? I mean, I know some people wouldn't call them nails on the go because they're still a little bit more involved, but a lot easier than when you're having to build your own and going through the whole process. Okay, let me get this on here really good. Okay, now we're gonna dust these off. It's gonna be really pretty. Okay, where's my little duster? Let's see. I think I packed my main duster and I need to get it back out. But I may have to get it out now. Hang on, let me grab it real quick.
I haven't seen it in several days.
I know, because I packed it when I went on that visit to your aunt's. I think. Oh, yeah, I didn't. Maybe I packed it when I went to my mom's. Maybe not. Okay. We're gonna have to kind of, I can't find my little duster, so I'm just gonna kind of use my little scrub brush here. Just gonna have to kind of be careful. I don't want it to take off too much. I think it's gonna take off too much. Let me get a different duster. Do you see it anywhere, Jandy, around here? Is it in there by chance? Not funny, like I usually have so many dusters laying around. I want to get in here a little bit better. Thank you, it is cute, huh? I can't believe I can't find my little duster. I couldn't find it the other day either. Oh, you found it? Oh, good, good, good. Okay. Look, I did kind of get, it did kind of still stick on my fingers. I'll just have to try to get it off a little bit different way here. I'm just gonna get some of my swipe on my little pad just on the corner, and just gonna very carefully go around. I don't know why it did that, because I used my mat, but it did it anyway. I need a little bit more silver on this one still. Okay. Just kind of wipe this off. And this one looks pretty good, but I still want to get just a little bit in the center and around. There we go. Now this one it really went on. Hopefully I can get it off easily. Oh good, it's coming, it's coming. Okay. I definitely want us to be able to see the colors. Okay. All right, looks good. Let's go ahead and nuke these real quick. Just for a second, just a quick zap. I'm gonna grab one more gel for us here. Let's see, where are you? Here we go. I'm gonna make my flowers with my Trippy gel because it's a little bit more sturdy. I got these from Dev, by Nails by Dev. They're really, really fun. They come in several different colors. They're great for building things and building flowers. They're a really thicker kind of gel. Okay, I'll show you what they look like. This one is in the color, let's see, Hallucinail, okay? Hallucinail. You can kind of see the color. It's really pretty. But you see how hard that is. I mean, that's not coming out of there. It ain't coming anywhere. It's gonna stay right there. Okay, let's do our flowers. I'm gonna scoop some of this out. Just like a little bead. Now this is where it gets a little tricky because we will have to use our skin just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to roll it into a tiny little ball. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna flatten it out anyway, so not flatten, but a little flattened. Okay, let me get my little tool. What did I do with my tool? I'll find it here. Uh-oh, that's not a good one. I gotta clean that one. Hold on, let me grab my little, it's somewhere around here. There it is, there it is. I knew I just had it the other day. Okay, I'm just gonna use my little, this thing that you can get kind of everywhere, right? I think I got this from Shein. Okay, I'm just gonna use it to make our little leaf, and you'll get everything in here. See, I feel like it needs to be the tiniest bit smaller, so I'm gonna half this. And I'm just gonna kind of move this over. There we go. All right. Now you can get, there we go. You can make these flowers, you know, however you want. I'm just gonna kind of, they're just gonna kind of be whimsical. I do want it to be a little lower in the center. I'll just flatten that out. There we go. This one, I'm gonna move up here. Uh-oh, it's coming apart. Let's make this a little flatter. Kind of push it into our petal. But you can do the flowers however you want. There's really no right or wrong way. I like to keep mine very different. different from the ones that we normally see, if you know what I mean. I feel like it gives it a little bit more character and individuality. So it's not even gonna be centered. Mine's gonna kind of wrap around, okay? Where is my, here we go, my stick. Get a little bit more. Now I know what size I'm kind of shooting for, so I can get a smaller little dollop. I'm gonna put this one kind of where I want it to wrap around at. Let's push this further down. Here we go. There we go. Let me grab another. This one's gonna be a tiny bit bigger, kind of like that first one.
Go.
And I'll put that right here. And you can twist it and bend however you need to, right? You see how fun though this is? And you just kind of keep working with it. Thinking if I think I'm gonna do one more just right here. That way it kind of looks like they're overlapping each other. Like two flowers. Just a little one. Little bitty one. Okay, I want it right here. Okay. Then bend it down. Oh, I definitely want to keep these two separate. So I'm gonna make that one a little bit bigger. Put a little kind of a sinkhole here in the center. I want it still to be separate from that one, so I need to keep that separate. There we go, it's coming. Push this out a little bit. I'm liking it. And I'm just gonna kind of tinker with these other ones. And if I need to make it a little bit bigger, I'll pull it out just like that. Let's pull this out this way. And let's do the same with these guys. There. See, it's kind of like flowers like overlapping each other. Let me make this one a little bit more predominant. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna cure this real quick before I start messing it up, which I almost did. Let me get this little, I got some over here I want to get off. There we go. Bring him out a little bit more. Gotta make him go in. feel like it's kind of running together here in the center. Let me fix this. There we go. I'm just gonna kind of flatten that. I'm gonna put beads in the center anyway. There we go. Uh-oh. I feel like I kind of jacked this one up already. Let me get it back up. It's easy to jack up though. You go from a point where it looks good and then you're like, oh shoot, went too far. Hang on, I may have to redo this. Just this part of it. I like that other part. This part though started getting runny. Okay, I like those two. Let me fix this one. Because it looks like there's even like a little bit of a third one. Even though I didn't intend for there to be a third. Okay. Right, I'm gonna do a quick cure on that just so it doesn't run anymore. Let me see. I'm just gonna kind of put my finger over the part that I don't want cured. Okay, just a quick nuke. All right, let's try this again. Let me get this back off. We can probably get this into at least two little dots here. Maybe one. We'll see by the time I get this on here. Okay. Sticky sucker, sticky, sticky. And the more you mess with it, the more complicated it gets. That's why it's good to just kind of get it where you want it and then go. Okay, let's put that there. Well, you see how it's doing now that I've messed with it. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get a fresh piece. And I'm probably gonna have to take my gloves off. Hold on. Because it's sticking to my gloves and that ain't gonna work. All right. Get some more here. You can also do these though with acrylic. Just like a little tip for you. I think acrylic is easier to do them with, but I like to challenge myself with the gel. Because I don't do a whole lot of flowers, so I don't mess with it as often as I should. Flatten that over here so I can put my crystals. Let's kind of make that just a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, and I have one more. If I can get one more on and then cure it, I'll be in good shape. I don't know if I can, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try. Yeah, rubbing alcohol does help. Handy, so I thought we'll try to get away with it without doing that. Because again, these are supposed to be like quick, easy nails, you know? No fuss, no muss. No fuss, no muss. Okay, I like that. It's on the side, do you see? It's pretty. I think that'd be really cute. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of get a little bit more of a little bump in these two. Okay, let me zap it real quick. Okay, I'll put it in the nuker. Let's get it in here. I think the real fun's gonna come in when we get to paint it. Which we're just about to do. and then put our little crystal in the center. That'll be real pretty. I'm almost done nuking.
Picture about alcohol, rubbing alcohol.
Yes, yeah, it does help. I just was saying I didn't have any like right here, and I wanted to kind of make this an easy, no fuss, right? No muss, no fuss. Okay. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay, let me grab a jelly. You can grab any color jelly that you want. I'm gonna grab a pink one. Here we go. I've got this pink that I love, and it's number 130 from Valentino. And get my little tool here. I'm just gonna use my little thin tool, and I'm going to kind of put it right in the center-ish. Yeah. Just in the center of kind of each petal.
Nora Hernandez said hi.
Hey, Nora. How are you? I really like the little sparkle that that gel has. It's like kind of, what is it, the Halusa gel?
Prism says she gotta go.
Oh, okay, Prism. We will see you later. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with me. I know it's a longer process than on the go. That's kind of how it is, right? But we have fun. And we learn stuff. Like I said, for me, I don't work with this too much because I don't wear the on-the-go ones too often. So for me, it's really fun to kind of mess with it and do something a little different. Okay, I think that looks really cute. So I'm gonna zap it. And I'm gonna grab my black. And I'm gonna grab just that 3D black that we used a second ago. I'm gonna use that one. Okay. So this black right here, I'm gonna grab. And we're gonna give it some polka dots. Let me clean off my brush. Okay. I'm gonna give it some polka dots right through here. We've got a fly flying around. Hopefully he doesn't come get stuck in the gel. Okay, I'm gonna go around this one. Just very teeny tiny. Just very teeny tiny. It's very cute though, isn't it? He's interesting looking, this flower. And I'm just gonna kind of come down just a little bit on my, in through here. Because I want them to be able to see that the flower kind of petals come down. Uh-oh. It's drawing it through here. Okay. Here we go. That's cute. Huh? You like it? Janet even likes it. Does it look Hawaiian? Yeah, that's cute. I like that it's on the side too, because that's a little different. Okay, let me nuke.
Courtney said hi.
Hey, Courtney. How are you doing this evening? Good, hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna use my little gem gel adhesive, and we're gonna get some gems on here. Or, I don't know if we're gonna do gems or gem. We'll see. And where did it go off to? Let's see, let's see, let's see. I know I kept it out. This is kind of the story of my life. Right, Jandy? I kind of put stuff somewhere right in front of me. I just can't find it. Jandy, do you see like a container like this? But it says like Young Nails adhesive. Oh, you're using it for your computer stand. She's using it to prop up her her laptop. Here, use this one. I was like, I could have swore I left that out. Oh, Lord. Okay, let me see what I've got over here.
Courtney said, how was your day? Hers is good.
Good. Good, good. Okay, I want to use... I'm debating between these little, wait, is that the ones of? Huh, that's not it either, actually. Okay, I'm gonna go either with, that is cute though. Okay, tell me what this would look like. I'm gonna hold it up and you guys let me know what you think. Okay, so one of these little kind of lavenderish pearls, lavenderish pink pearls in the center, like that. Although it's kind of big. Woo. Okay, well that one's out of the question because I just lost it. But, or I could do, there's two more options. Okay, the other option is kind of a bright purple in there, right? It's kind of a bigger one. Kind of a bright purple. Or I've got a small, kind of somewhat clear. It's not really clear, it's more,
The color of the flower looks like a tiger lily.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, look, we've got that one that's kind of a half. That's kind of cute. A little half, and then my other option, there's one more option, let me find it. Here it is. Let's see. It's kind of like, kind of a clear, kind of a pink little, and I don't know if it will sit up here without glue, but you can kind of get an idea. It's like a little, that might be too hard to see since it's kind of pink, huh? Yeah, it kind of takes away from it. What do you guys think? I'm kind of thinking pearl, but, or I could do like 3 little pearls, little bitty pearls.
The half one was good.
You like the half one?
Yeah.
If I did like 3 like that, did you still like the half better or the?
That one's delayed.
I kind of like the little 3. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, if the computer's delayed, it's just, we'll just flow with it because I think it could be having issues.
Kiwi said that's tough. Number 2 or number 3?
No, it is. It's like the fun part, but yeah, it's the tough part too. Okay, I'm gonna get the tiniest bit of my gem glue.
Tara said dark purple.
You like the dark purple. Jandy said the little beads. I think I'm gonna go with the little beads because then maybe it'll kind of be a little bit calmer, if that makes sense. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, let me get one up here and get it in place. Okay, there's one. me get to we'll kind of push him down. And let me get the third one. 3. I'm gonna scoot these guys over. I keep almost picking up this one. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you like that? Does that look kind of cute? Yeah, I think it does too. Okay, let me nuke it. I'm gonna nuke it real quick. I was gonna do a flower on my middle finger, but I think I'm gonna do something different. I think it's still gonna be equally as cute. Let me zap this. Okay, let's close this thing up before I start spilling anything. I may actually keep that out for a second because I think I might add some little bits and pieces here and there.
Give it an island vibe.
It is giving an island vibe, isn't it?
Kiwi loves it.
Okay, good. Perfect. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna keep my little gem glue out because I think I'm gonna use it. But on this finger, I wanna do a little bit of glitter. So I think I'm gonna grab one of my glitter polishes. Let me look in here. Okay, you guys are gonna have a choice here in a second. Let me grab a couple. I need to clean that one off a little bit. Okay, I got it. All right, so we can do this one, which has some different kinds of glitter in it. It's really, really pretty. This one is called Frosty Fantasy, or we can do this one, which is kind of just more of a silver. I don't know, what do you guys think? Frosty? I'm gonna have to clean up my fingers, I've got gel on them. You think that okay, let's try this one. All right, island vibe. All right, let's do the middle finger.
Frosty.
Oh, Frosty too? Okay. I grabbed the other one. So how about I do a little bit back here and a little bit here. Okay. And I'm gonna get my little brush and I'm just gonna kind of spread these around. Just a little bit. Did I have too much black on my brush? Let me see, I might have. Just kind of spread that out just a little bit. Spread this one out a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with, I'll use both of them. How about that? Use both. All right, let's go in with our Frosty. And I just like to kind of put like just a little bit. I'll put this kind of back further by the cuticle. And the very tip, how about on the side and the tip? Kind of like that. Yeah, that's pretty. It's very understated. Get my tip a little bit better. That's cute. What do you guys think? For my little press-on set. I need something though, still, hold on. We're not done with the middle finger. I'm gonna go ahead and zap it so that way that stays in place. And then,
They're looking so cute.
oh good, good.
Nice. Very cute.
Yeah, you could still have fun. with your press-ons or your Gel-X, however you want to refer to them as. Okay, I still want to put like a little bit of little gemstones kind of sprinkled around. So I'm going to stick with the pearls. I definitely want to, let's see. Let me get a little bit of this gel again. Like just the tiniest bit. I'm going to put some right here on this end. Okay, I'm going to pick up a tiny little bead again, just that same kind of bead. I'm just going to put it right on that corner. It's very cute. Push it up there where you want it. I kind of want it to look like it's just kind of holding all of this together, like that. That's cute. It's not really on the side, it's just kind of right. There we go. Okay, I'll leave that there. How about we put another one just right here. It is a little messy process. Okay, let's put this one. Oh, I am. Okay, she said I was off to the side. Let me get back. Okay. I think I need one more, like right here. I don't have any more gel. Let me do that. Just the tiniest bit.
In the middle now.
Oh, I am? Okay, good. She said I'm in the middle, so I'll just try to stay right here. Okay, maybe I'll get a little bit bigger one. Just to be different. Yeah, I think that's cute. Does that one take away since it's like bigger? What do you think, Jandy?
No.
It doesn't? Okay, what do you guys think? Do you think it needs to be a teeny tiny one again? These I'm just gonna kind of put in the center.
Christine said hi.
Hey, Christine. Let's get a little one. And how about a bigger one? And another little one. Take that off. Move it over just a little bit. I feel like that one might be too big. I keep looking at it and I'm like, okay, he's a little distracting. Let's get another little one. Another teeny tiny. Okay, I like that. Okay, and then on this one, how about we do, let's skip that one, go to this one. Put another little teeny right here. You find a teeny one. Oh, I might be running out of my teeny ones. That one's a little bigger. I'll just use one though. Okay, scoot that back. All right. Then in this one, how about we were talking about the purple. Let's do that purple crystal. And we'll just kind of make like a tiny little cluster in the center. That'd be kind of fun. I never do like gemstones and stuff. Okay, let me get this on. Just kind of put that there and let me grab, let's see what else. What else do I want to put? Oh, here, we'll do this. We'll do, kick that off. Here we go. I got another little bitty, there. Okay, there's a little pearl. And I'll do, I need one more, just kind of something a little bit different. Either a big pearl or something. Let me see, probably. Oh, I know, I've got, this is gonna be a little different, but since they kind of look tropical anyway, I'm gonna get one of my little seashells. Okay. Hopefully I'm kind of staying right in the center here for you guys. Okay, I need to kind of put, that might be too big. Okay, now I feel like this one needs to go if I'm gonna put that there. Let me move my pearl. Okay. I like that with the one pearl. I just feel like it needs to be offset the tiniest bit. Let me see if I can do it with my fingers. Yeah, maybe like that. Is that too distracting? Because it's yellow gold and it's like the only yellow gold thing I have. What do you guys think? I feel like possibly. Okay, let me know while I keep working here. While I keep playing. I also don't really want to take away from our silver. So maybe I just do a couple little pearls. Like the little one and a bigger one. That could be cute. Okay, I kind of like that. And then on this one, around my flower, I'm just gonna add a couple of the teeny tiny pearls. Just over in here. And one maybe like right here. Okay. Let's see, where are my teeny tiny pearls? Here's one. It's a little bit bigger, but it'll still look cute. Ooh, I got too much glue on here. Okay. Yeah, you want to try to keep that glue from not being a complete glob and a mess. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Like right there. Okay, that's kind of cute. All right, let me go in the nuker real quick, and then we're gonna top coat. I think this is gonna be really cute. I'm excited to top coat it. Okay, put this on here. I need to get some more of those little bitty pearls, those little half pearls. I like those, especially the teeny tiny ones. I think they're real cute. Okay, put this all over here to be cleaned. My brush out the way so it doesn't nuke and become hard. I almost took my whole little mat with me. I do know how to make a mess, don't I? Okay, we're almost done. Okay, I'm coming back out. Let me grab my top coat. This is what I got so far. Well, ignore the mess, but they're very cute. I like the little gemstones. I never do gemstones, so it's very different for me. All right, let me find my top coat. I just had it a minute ago. Do. Here we go. That's base. All right, my top coat. Let's go in and top coat these guys. And I'm just gonna kind of go right over top of whatever I need to. Get a little bit more. I'm almost out of this top coat. Seems like it's like on its last leg. It's got just a little bit in it. Okay, come around. And down these ones. It's kind of hard getting around those little crystals. Okay, let's do this one. Yeah, this was kind of a nail art style I never do. Now, I don't think I have the patience for, like, you know, all the crystal work and stone work and stuff. I feel like I don't necessarily have the patience for all that. I'd rather work with glitter and create my sparkle that way. But I do think it's fun when people do it. Normally your top coats won't necessarily go on like this, but since I am at the very bottom end of mine, okay, let's go over this whole nail. Now these colors are really in right now for back to school, I've been noticing. It does kind of remind me of like a sunset, like a tropical sunset. I wonder what Peyton's gonna end up, I wonder what my niece is gonna end up picking for her back to school nails.
Give her options or. Amber, happened to me last week. I dumped the rest of the top coat in a tray because the brush wasn't reaching the bottom.
I know. It's so frustrating. I keep like thinking, oh, I still have like a little bit in there. I just really need to give up on it and get a new bottle out. Which I had some fresh new bottles, and then over like when I was doing my nails, I would grab them when I was doing my glitter nails. So now I have like 6 different top coats that are like specifically glitter top coats. You know what I mean? Okay, we're gonna stretch it though. It's gonna work.
Top coats are good till the last drop.
Okay, let's stick these in here. They are. Okay, last step, gonna be my file. Gonna go around and try to get them as nice looking as I can. I always feel like sculptured nails look for some reason a lot nicer to me than like the Gel X style. For some reason, I don't know what it is. It's just kind of how I feel about it. It's probably not true. That's probably just me. But I feel like I can always get them like thinner and a little bit more refined when they're sculpted. Now I have made a mess on my skin, so just ignore that. I'm gonna have to buff that off when we get off of here, because I've got really sticky with my gel, unfortunately. Get up in these little crevices and just just try to kind of make it look as thin as you can without taking it too thin. Don't turn it into a party hat. I've done that a couple times lately. I've been like, oh no, I went too far. Okay, let me get up in here a little bit better. Over in here. I need to get this pad underneath me out the way because it's sticky. And I'm gonna keep getting myself sticky. Okay, get my thumb.
Sculpted looks more natural, and especially
It
with the nail
does.
bed.
It does. I mean, no matter what kind of tips you have. That's like if I have the expensive apres tips, if I have, you know, whatever. I just, yeah, there's nothing that like sculpted and that kind. Okay, let me put some oil on. That way my hands don't look so dry. I do need to buff off. I guess I can buff this color off now real quick while we're on here. That way I can show you that too. Let's see. Just buffing my skin a little bit. So I'm just gonna put it on 4. And anywhere where I got some gel, right in there, right there. Now you can use your ball bit too. I'm just going like extremely gently, so. See, I got a little bit of top coat over here, a little bit of top coat over here. I'm normally not this messy with my gel. But like I said, it's not, I don't normally do these kind of nails. But I figured this would be the perfect time to do them because I'm gonna have a busy next couple days and I don't wanna do my nails like big time again until Saturday, so.
Cheesy anime, are these acrylics or nail polish?
These are actually gel and they're kind of like Gel X style. So we took like a little tip and we used some, some tip and gemstone adhesive and I put that on our nails. And actually I see a little bitty spot that I didn't get on my thumb. Okay, let me get right back here. Right in here a little bit better. Okay. All right, so it's like a Gel X. So we used just some tips I got from Amazon and my gemstone gel adhesive and tip gel, and then applied them on and they'll just stay on here until I take them off. That's because I normally, so I've got the, I don't know if you guys have seen the jello method that you can do where you can kind of like peel them off when you get ready. I don't really like to do that process because I don't care for the kill stuff that kind of helps you remove that. So I just will e-file these off and I just kind of I know when to stop e-filing when I get to my builder gel that's underneath of these, my builder gel color. And then that way I don't take too much off my nail. Because that's kind of what your pop-off method is for. So that way you don't take anything too far, you know, and like just keep drilling on your nail. So, but what I noticed about it's called Kill. It's like it's the Jello remover. And you got to be really careful with it because when I very first started working with it, I was working with it and I took my glasses off and kind of set them by the gel stuff or by the Kill stuff. And they actually melted my glasses because if you think about it, your glasses are, you know, kind of made out of that, like most glasses anywhere, are kind of made out of that plasticky material. And it like started eating through my glasses. So I thought, ooh, no. Can't have that. My glasses are too expensive. What do you guys think? I think they're really cute. Very cute. And not like high. You know what I mean? Low set. Which one's your favorite, Jandy? Guys, which one is your favorite? Hey, Diana.
Thumb.
Thumb's your favorite?
Yeah.
I think thumb's my favorite too. What do you guys think? Do you have a favorite? Now, see, for on-the-go nails, those are going to be good. I mean, they're on there, you know, until I get ready to take them off. The flower's your favorite too? Yeah, I think so too. I mean, they're not like, you know, like I said, sculpted is always going to be my favorite and always going to be the one I really like. But in a GIF, in a jam, and if they're just going to be on like kind of temporary, you can still have fun with them and even probably in most cases be even more creative, you know, in a way, because you're not, you know, it's a quicker process, so you've got a little bit more energy by the end of it, right? To do more things. The middle finger's your favorite, this one? It is really pretty, honestly. I like the sparkle it's giving. I'd probably say very possibly the middle and my thumb are my favorites. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here, let you guys get back to your evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. I know it kind of took a little bit of a time, especially to be calling them like on-the-go nails, but you know what I mean. And I will talk to you guys soon. I think I'll be coming back on this weekend, probably Saturday. But enjoy your Friday tomorrow. I may or may not pop on, but I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. You could be anywhere. And I will catch you later. Thank you, Nicola. All right, I will see you later. Bye-bye.